Welcome back in, one and all, to more KEW action. We did say we didn't know if a second series was in the pipeline for us. We didn't know if there are enough stories to tell, but we've decided to push forwards anyway, and we'll see how the season cracks on. Whether it be a full season or not, only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. But let's enjoy it whilst we've got it, eh? And we'll get things started with a brand new season of KEW. We've seen a little break in the KEW action, a few weeks off for the wrestlers to rest and recover themselves, and we're getting cracking here immediately with working towards our first main pay-per-view of the second series. And as you can see, the KEW Arena has had a bit of a revamp, ladies and gentlemen. It's there's been a bit of additional money that's been provided into the KEW, and as a result, we've had the opportunity to upgrade some of the facilities here in the KEW Stadium with a brand new Tykatron and some wrestlers having a slight rebrand. Here comes then the Yeti Slayer himself. It's Cold Ears Craig. The frost descending into the arena as he tilts his head. And as I was saying, we're working our way towards our first main pay-per-view of the season, the HMV Steelbook case. And this is the first matchup of the second series, and the first time, as last year we picked the competitors for the Steelbook briefcase match based on the power rankings. This year done a little differently, as they will be based on qualifying matches. This then, the first of those qualifying matches, sees Cold Ears himself taking on the Shinigami in what proves to be a real slobber knocker. We saw Cold Ears, of course, peak at the end of last year as he was taking on Atomic Andy in a fierce rivalry that resulted in the Misfits losing the tag team titles to the Safety Men. And he will be motivated to get his singles record back on track and get working up those power rankings. For this, a tough test for him straight out of the gates. The lightning striking the big fella up the top on the ramp. You can see the KW's emblem now emblazoned on the giant ramp at the top of the Titatron, with the giant fist that is bursting through. It is the fisting arena that everybody's wanted to see. The Shinigami, of course, finished his season strongly as well. Won the cage match leading up to the pay-per-view, which then saw him win his pay-per-view match as well. A strong first season for the Shinigami, and he'll look here to continue that form into the second series. He's had a nice time to rest, and he'll be fully motivated and ready to go here for this one. The only issue with being the first two in for the qualifying events is that we've seen before in the KW, sometimes you get a bit of ring rust, and they might have to wait, well, they've got to wait a good 8 weeks before they're into the full event for it. So I'll be hopeful if they can get a win here. Whoever gets the victory, they'll get a few matches in between now and then to build a bit of momentum heading into the ladder match that'll be to pull the briefcase down, to give someone the opportunity and the shot to cash that briefcase in and have a shot at the title. You can see the turnbuckles have had a bit of rebranding as well, with the KW emblem all over them. The KW emblem in the middle of the ring's a little smaller this year. I thought it was a little crowded last year, as the Shinigami's gone for an early pin, gets a 2 count, and the Yeti kicks out. The Shinigami certainly started the stronger here. We saw the Yeti come out with a few swift chops, but the Shinigami since then has really taken it to him. A nice running drop kick there on the Yeti as he sends him down to the ground. But the Yeti is a tough customer, and he'll look to work his way back into this match slowly but surely, as the Shinigami wrenching now on those Yeti boots that he has from slaying the Demon of the North, if you like. Lets him rest in the corner now choking his man in the corner down to the ground. As I said, there has been a little break for the KW here, allowing the athletes to rest and recover, recuperate, and get themselves back into full fighting form here, ladies and gentlemen. The Shinigami a little disappointed with a 2 count there. Rolls out of the ring. Looks like neither of these athletes, though, has taken much time off. You can see the Shinigami has not lost a step, it looks like. He's been powered up here as he's rammed into those new barricades, as he's the stern steel around the outside of them, but with the soft padding over the top, as the Yeti now gives the old butt splash on the outside. The new matting on the outside, which has a few gaps in it, you can see there, and it's not very thick matting, or unless that's elephant tape that's holding it all together. This is, of course, a permanent structure of the KEW Arena. It has been erected in the Enfield Town's main theatre, which is, of course, the place where it's still held today. Rammed in the corner now is the Shinigami, as the Yeti goes after the leg there, targeting that power base of the big fella. That's him within power of the corner, tucks him between the legs and rolls him up here and slams him down. Massive powerbomb, goes for the cover. 1, 2. Almost a shock victory there for the Yeti, using the momentum that he had established in the match to go after the Shinigami. Now he gets him in the corner, rams him face first into the turnbuckle, and a big stomp to the guts there. Now little kicks to the face. The Shinigami won't enjoy this one. You'll see that as disrespectful to be stomping and rubbing the boots on the face like that. Pointing to the Shinigami now as he's rolling around on the floor, says to him, "You stay down there." Up to the top rope the Yeti goes. Might look to put this one away. Dives off, but nobody's home. Completely misses him. The Yeti, the Shinigami rolling out the way. Now gets hold of him. Gives him a demon's twist. And now looks over him on the floor. The Yeti might be down and out for it, and the Shinigami's not done inflicting the punishment yet. The Yeti gets to his feet. He's getting grabbed around the neck here. And the Shinigami looked to put him away with a choke slam there, but the Yeti wise to it and gets an elbow up. Now the Shinigami slams him in the corner and throws him across the ring here. Big stomp there on the arm and a big elbow drop it in the back there. You can see the pain the Yeti's in. It's a big elbow that he's got, and like I said, doesn't like either of these athletes have taken time off really in the interim period. The Shinigami's looking as buff and ready as he was beforehand, and look at this, the powering out of the submission there gives him the kick to the guts as well. And the Yeti, of course, he might not need to work out as he has those Yeti powers. He's got a turnbuckle there that's not got the KEW emblems on. That's interesting. Now being choked in that turnbuckle without the KEW emblems. We'll call it the blank turnbuckle for now. Now look at this, Yeti has hold of the Shinigami from behind, and down he goes, and he's got the submission hold locked in. And will the Shinigami have to tap out of this, or will he pass out, ladies and gentlemen? Manages to just about have enough power to get out of this one. Headbutts him down on the floor as well. And the Yeti almost put the Shinigami to sleep there. Big suplex there though from the Shinigami. And the Yeti's in a spot of bother now as he climbs up that onto the second turnbuckle. Big backdrop there from the Shinigami. Straight onto the Yeti. Goes for the cover now. 1, 2. And just a 2 count there. Firm kick out from the Yeti. And the Shinigami now stomping on the face. And looks like he's busted the nose open now. Look at that. Rubbing him on the floor with the blood pouring out of his face. Big elbow across the back of the shoulders again. And he rolls out for a breather under the ropes. And the Shinigami goes out on the ropes to join him and now jumps down, and the Yeti's being silly to join him on the outside. And look at this, he has hold of him, and DDTs him straight onto the matting on the outside and sits up demonically looking over his opponent now. Gets the Yeti back to his feet. Now gets hold of him and gives him a demon's twist on the outside, and he might not recover from that one, the Yeti. He looks down and out, ladies and gentlemen, picks up now to his feet. The Shinigami gets hold of him and throws him back in the ring. He's content to finish this one where it started, showing off to the crowd now on the ropes with a bit of a raise of the arms, heads up to the top rope, leaps up there, big man up there, misses the elbow drop from the top rope there. He's wasted too much time trying to put him away, and the Yeti scoops him up for a Yeti driver, hooks the leg. 1, 2. 2.5 there. Goodness gracious me. I thought that was it, ladies and gentlemen. I thought the Yeti had pinched it. Look at this. The Shinigami straight up. Went for the choke slam. The Yeti saw him coming and gave him a swift chop. And the Yeti looks poised now. He gives him another Yeti driver. It might be enough to put him away. Scoops him onto the shoulder here. But the Shinigami slides out of it and DDTs him, spiking the head off the mat there. Now the Shinigami worshipping his Dark Lord, screaming to the heavens, or perhaps to the hells, wherever it is his Dark Lord lives. Gets hold of the Yeti round the neck now. Lifts him high and slams him down on the matting, and that might be enough, ladies and gentlemen, to put the Yeti away. 1, 2, just a 2 count. I don't know how the Yeti's got a shoulder up there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not so sure. The Shinigami does either. Big backdrop there, running backdrop straight onto the Yeti. He's letting him get to his feet again now, poised for something. Kiss the Shinigami, gets hold of him and choke slams him across the ring into the corner for a 3rd choke slam there. And surely now that's got to be it, ladies and gentlemen. The Yeti must have nothing left in the tank. Goes for the cover now. 1, 2, 3, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Shinigami puts him away and progresses to the HMV Steelbook. But you can see how much that Steelbook means to people. It is a real opportunity in the KW to get a shot at the title that you might not get otherwise. And the Shinigami really went out on a full hard for that one. Had to really battle against the Yeti, who was not giving up lightly, but in the end just ran out of steam. There's a good victory in a first match for the KW's 2nd inaugural season, and a good one for the Shinigami there. We'll move on to our next match for the evening then, ladies and gentlemen, and we have the Tubby Moggies with Big Bird accompanying them as a manager, watching over them, if you like, as they take on the safety men. And of course, Big Bird will not be happy that his tag team titles with his emblem emblazoned on them around the waist of the safety men once again. And here they come then, with their food in tow as they launch it to the crowd. Pancakes, boxes of cereal, you name it, they're in the crowd for you to enjoy. And here's the rhythmic hips of the BFG there, as James the Cat makes his way to the ring, and you can see behind them the Big Bird. Looks like he's happy and content to watch them. He'll be knowing that while his tag team partner is the hardcore champion, perhaps he's there to watch over these two as well. Try and establish some sort of connection to get that tag team title secured and make sure that neither of these men comes after it. The Tubby Moggies, of course, did manage to win the titles at one point, the tag team titles, and has since then transferred to the Falcon and the Eagle, and to the Misfits, and then back to the safety men. Here then come the tag team champions who won it, of course, at our last main pay-per-view. There they are. You can see Andy's had a little bit of a rebrand over the off-season. Now sporting the Viking hat and wearing the yellow plaid shirt, the plaid of his family. It's like a honorary thing that his family do. They love a good plaid shirt, do they? And they have the tag titles firmly secured around their waist. As I mentioned, they of course won them from the Misfits in our last main pay-per-view and start the season how they started it almost last year, with the titles around their waists. And the title's not on the line here then, but a good opportunity for the Tubby Moggies to get a bit of momentum back in their KW careers. And of course, Big Bird, watching on from the outside, will provide nothing more than a distraction, you would have thought, for the firefighter. The big DDT there from the firefighter immediately onto James the Cat. You can see that the BFG's still got some damage to his legs. He's maybe feeling that from his cage match, where he tried to lower the cage on the Assassin not long ago. That was before the main pay-per-view, and he's not fully recovered from those injuries sustained, dealt to him by the Assassin. Big suplex reversal there from James the Cat. And like I said, maybe the Big Bird is on the outside, making sure that neither tag team gains too much momentum here, or is just there to put off the tag team champions to try and get the belts back around him and his tag partner's waist. Tag here from James the Cat to the BFGs. He's done a little bit of damage to the firefighter, ramming the head into the matting, and here comes the BFG then, gets hold of him, lifts him high into the sky. The power on display from the big fella. Look at this, doing some squats with him now as well, and the you can see there he's taking the turnbuckle off. It looks like the CEO, and BFG goes for the cover, and Big Bird Hands on his head there. He's not got out of his bird-like onesie, and a shot there from James the Cat, and you can see that they've got the firefighter pinned in that corner there, and the turnbuckle covering is off the tops. So if he gets thrown into that corner with James the Cat's lurking, big crossbody there, can't take down the BFG though. Is a sturdier opponent than that. Now whips into those ropes and a big clothesline there, and it's a slow start from the tag team champions. Picked back to his feet now. Gets hold of him and throws him into that corner where the matting's missing. Sorry, the turnbuckle cover's missing, and he bounces off that hard steel ring post there and slammed down to the ground now. It looked like he was trying to crawl across the ring to potentially get a tag, but the BFG says, "Oh no, you don't," and scoops his man up onto the shoulders, carries him now into the corner and drops him face first on the turnbuckle as he slams down onto the floor, and a little scream to the crowd there, and it looks like significant damage has been done already to the firefighter. And look at that, a kendo stick's just been rolled in the ring by Big Bird, and the referee might not have seen it. I think he's seen it now. He's got hold of it and he's taking it over and slipping it back out of the ring. Says, "Don't you intervene." And again, interfering there, you can see Big Bird getting hold of the firefighter's ankles, and of course there is history between Big Bird and the firefighter. Now you can see the firefighter trying to crawl and dives and gets the tag into Andy as James the Cat waits patiently in the corner there. Big clothesline from Andy, taking him down. Goes for the cover now, but the referee's busy with the turnbuckle in the corner and doesn't see it. That would have definitely been a 3 count, ladies and gentlemen. He was down for an age there, James the Cat, and then eventually kicks out, and Andy has to let go whilst the referee was dealing with the turnbuckle in the corner, and mischief that the Big Bird's causing is creating havoc in the ring. As now James the Cat is launched across the ring here, and he treads on the stomach of James the Cat, does Andy. Picks him up to his feet now. Thought he was going to go for a big uppercut there off the ropes now, and James the Cat has hold of him from behind, but Andy spins around and reverses, gets hold of him from the back of the neck, lifts him by the face and slams him down into the floor there. And now look at this, a one-handed cover from Andy, just a 1 count now with James the Cat. Gets a shoulder up, plenty left in the tank there. I think the BFG wanted a tag, but the Atomic Andy wasn't letting him out of the corner. Is now trapped in that corner now with the firefighter is James the Cat, as Andy wrenches the arm over the ropes there, and you can see Big Bird wants a little bit more out of the tag team that he's putting his money behind. He goes for the cover now as well. Gets a 1 count there. The BFG a little eager into the ring, we think. Got to have a bit more faith than that in James the Cat. Onto the shoulders now he goes. He's carried into the corner. Dropped face first there. Now Andy will tag back in the firefighter. I would have thought that the firefighter would have preferred a longer rest, but perhaps he wants to try and get some momentum back in this match. Big knee strike there in the corner, and James the Cat is down and rolls to the outside. A little scream to the crowd there as he goes after the BFG, punches him in the face, and now climbs to the outside. Lifts him up and drops him spine first on the outside. Now goes straight after James the Cat and delivers him face first into the floor. Big Bird watching on from the outside, not happy with what he's seeing as he's rolled up, and big powerbomb there is James the Cat on the hard matting on the outside. Looks like that matting might have got thinner this year. It's basically just concrete floor with a bit of tissue paper over the top of it. The BFG tries to run away, but he's caught by the firefighter, who now buffs him off with the big arse splash there. We're up to a 5 count here, ladies and gentlemen, a 6. We might be on for a count out between the two of them. James the Cat has hold of his man, is onto a 7, and then throws him back in the ring, and I think he's going to climb in himself. He does indeed, through the middle rope there, and then frog splashed across, that rolling splash, across from the firefighter. A little neck wrench here, and look at this, on the outside, Big Bird having a chat with the fans, saying, "Don't you dare cheer him." Tag now into Atomic Andy. Andy looked like he was going to go for the BFG immediately, but goes after James the Cat, lifts him up and throws him across the ring now, and screams to the crowd in a rage. And you don't want this man coming at you when he's angry. James the Cat in trouble in the corner. The BFG, they can't get him back in the ring at the moment. James the Cat is absorbing all the punishment, and now goes for the tag, and he dives and gets the tag to the BFG, does James the Cat. You can see James is down and hurt though. The BFG just bounces the firefighter off him. The bigger man there, using his weight to his full advantage, gets hold of the firefighter now, lifts him onto the shoulders, casually carries him to the rope and drops him neck first, and down he goes into the middle of the ring. Now scooped up by the BFG, the power from the big fella as he power bombs him down, and then gives a double V's for victory to the crowd there. The firefighter up quickly though, goes for the clothesline, but the big fella doesn't go down so easily. gets hold of him now, whips into the ropes, and a big clothesline there as he's down, and a big shot to the face from the BFG as well. And now look at this, he's back up, Big Bird, and he's taking that cover back off that corner, just as he did before. He only seems to do it when the firefighter's in the ring. The referee spotted it immediately and is going over to try and fix it. A big headbutt there from the BFG, followed up by a big elbow, and now taking the time to flex to the crowd whilst the referee fixes that turnbuckle. A little stomp to the arm as well as he's picked back to his feet, and a big elbow there from the firefighter. Another big punch. He's battling back here. Big kick to the guts, and a DDT sends the BFG down to the floor. And now is he going to tag in his own big man? He does indeed. And here comes Atomic Andy into the fray. Gets hold of him. Now whips his man into the ropes. The BFG, went for the big boot, but the BFG just took it in his stride. You've got to do more than that to fell the big fella. There's a big clothesline there. Takes it Andy down to the ground. He has Andy by the head now. Lifts him up high and slams him down onto the floor there. Big kick there from Andy to get out of harm's way, but he can't do anything about this. The BFG scoops him up, lifts him high and slams him down. All the weight on top of him there. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Only a 2 count, and the firefighter slow into the ring there. Maybe a little dazed and confused by the damage he's already had to absorb in this one. Moves around to the second ring post now, and Andy gets up quickly, but only to be reasserted dominance by the BFG. Splashes on him in the corner, and that's a big fella to have squish you in the corner there. And look at this. The BFG feels something coming. He's slapping the chest here, ladies and gentlemen. Pumps the arm, and here he comes. He's getting freaky here. Big elbow there. Andy now in dangerous trouble in the corner. Goes for the cover now. The firefighter helpless. 1, 2. Andy gets an arm up and gets the rope break. Too close to the corner ropes there. Better ring awareness needed from the BFG as Andy breaks that one up. Gets a shot to the arm now as Andy gets back to his feet, and a big elbow there to get the BFG off of him. Gets hold of the BFG now and whips him into the corner here, and now the BFG might be in a spot of bother. He's in the wrong corner that he wants to be in as his head's rammed into the corner turnbuckle there. He's lucky it wasn't the one that was uncovered from earlier. Now Andy wrenching the arm of the BFG over the ropes. The BFG battling back though. Big elbow there to get him out of the corner. Gets hold of Andy now and whips him into the corner where James the Cat is waiting. Big shoulder charges here, dropping him down, and that's a dangerous place to be with the BFG around, but just gets hold of the legs and drags him out and drops him back first onto the matting. Ramming the elbow now into the mat. Now climbing to the second rope here. Big fella up. Massive body splash. Might have crushed Andy's vital organs. Goes for the cover again. Has the legs on the rope. He's cheating his way to victory. 3, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The BFG cheats his way to victory. The CEO on the outside lifting the legs onto the ropes, and that was it, ladies and gentlemen. It was enough for the victory here. A cheats victory from the BFG and James the Cat, while the safety men won't take that one laying down lightly, ladies and gentlemen. They will have words for the CEO, and we'll have to see how that one develops in the coming weeks in this second season of the KEW. But a good win for the Tubby Moggies. Even if they did have to cheat their way to victory, they did look like they were in control for most of the match. And a slow start for the Safety Men, our tag champions. Those championships look very uncertain now around their waists. Move on to our next match for the evening then. We'll see the Tange take on Mr. Tarantula, and of course the Tange has struggled for form recently, but did manage to beat the Ploughman at the pay-per-view to reassert himself back up the power ranks a little bit more than previous. And Tange has had a little bit of a rework, a little bit of time to think about life and what he wants to do in the KW. You can see there the lights are going absolutely nuts in the arena for him. And here he comes then, ladies and gentlemen, the Tange Man.
Making his way to the ring from London, England, weighing in at 250.
The fire and the pyrotechnics go off behind him. He's taken the time to really focus on himself, and he didn't spend as much time as perhaps he should have done in the gym, and we'll have to see if that'll affect him. He looks a little slimmer and smaller this year. Does the Tange Man, not as thick and a burly man as last season. Perhaps he's lost some weight, trimmed down. Maybe that'll make him a more dangerous athlete. You can see as part of his new outfit too, he's got Tange emblazoned on the back of his new robe. Did, of course, like I mentioned, run out of form, wrong end of last season, but at the start of this season he's hoping he can recover that form and get back into the good books in the KEW. More pyrotechnics. As I said, the KEW is coming to a bit of money and had a bit of a revamp, and Tanger's taking full advantage of that with all the pyrotechnics in the ring as he makes his way around it. But this then a good opportunity for him to, like I said, move back up those power rankings and to try and get himself into some decent form heading into our next main pay-per-view, many a week away yet. It was, of course, the Ploughman he knocked off at the pay-per-view, and another member of the Coven is out here to try and defend the Coven's honour as Miss Tarantula makes her way down into the KEW arena. She herself has struggled for form in the KEW and didn't end the season particularly well, although the Coven itself ended on a high note. They managed to deal with the Ploughman. We'll have to see if they not the Ploughman, sorry, the Spyclops. We'll have to see if they put him away once and for all in our final match for the evening. Tange then, like I said, a more slimmed and trimmed version of himself. Few furious shots here, and then goes for another one, but Miss Tarantula ducks under it, and now she's giving him the woodblock shoes straight up the arse. Big shot there, and Tange returns the favour with a big forearm smash. You can see he looks visibly a smaller man in the ring, the big Russian leg sweep there, but it's not going to affect his ring presence or awareness. It might just make him a little bit more agile around the ring. That's his thought process as he rolls out here and lets Miss Tarantula follow him out. She's a bit too eager, whips her back in though, and now climbs up back into the ring himself. Big shot from Miss Tarantula, furious rights and left, and a big uppercut there sends him down to the ground. He's reeling already. Miss Tarantula will look at this as a good opportunity to move herself up the power rankings as he's now getting those woodblock shoes in the faces. This is she folds the arm behind here, now wrenches the other one back over, and she might look to really do some damage here and break the arm on maybe the fingers. No, the big knees to the back instead. Nasty move from the Tarantula. More shots from those woodblock shoes to the back and to the face here, and Tange looks a little bit helpless as she again looks to inflict the damage and punishment early doors to the Tange here. He would have hoped he could have started this one a little more lively. He's been a little slow out of the gates, and Miss Tarantula has taken full advantage, going again with the woodblock stomps to the face. And like I said, Tange helpless at the moment to just endure the Tarantula's punishment here, wrenching the arm again, trying to work on the arms and the back of the Tange, kicking the kidneys with those wood shoes. There you go, straight again into the guts, trying to go for the ribs maybe and do some damage there. Tange slow to get up. She's back after the arms again, wrenching them round here, and yanks it over nastily there, trying to snap the arms and the shoulder muscles of the Tange. Not as strong as they were last year. Big chops there, sending Tange careering back towards the ropes as he rests on them now. Mr. Tarantula spins him around and is choking him over the top rope here. Well, we said last year he experienced the Tange slump, and he's not started this year with a particularly good fashion either, as it's been all Miss Tarantula so far. Gets hold of him, whips him into the ropes now, lifts him up, and drops him down for the headbutt there, rolls him over. He's close to the ropes, goes for the cover. 1, 2, just a 2 count though. Tange with nothing in the tank to kick out of that one as he rolls outside to get a breather. Mr. Tarantula's charging at him on a diving spear through the middle rope there. That's not what Tange would have wanted. He was looking for a little breather on the outside and got no such luck. He's back to his feet now, gets a kick to the guts as Mr. Tarantula lifts him high and drops him nastily on his back on that hard outside flooring. Look at that, showing off with a sock on the mitt now. Tange, like I said, looking helpless so far, up to a 4 count. A big kick there, though. Just what the Tange needed to try and reverse fortune. Stomps on the arms. We're on to a 6 count, I think, from the referee. Oh, just a 5. That was only a 4 count. He was asking both of them to get back in the ring. A few more furious stomps here. Miss Tarantula, though, drops the head right on him, going for the chin breaker. Up to a 7 count now. I think Tange was hoping he could do some damage on the outside and maybe sneak a count out victory. Misses the shot there, does Miss Tarantula there, and Tange able to get a big kick in and a big punch to the face. And this might be the break that he needed, and reversal of fortunes. Big shot to the back of the head there, sends Miss Tarantula down and off the matting. Gets hold of her now and scoops her onto the shoulders, showing the power on display like he's still got. And oh, drops her straight onto the knee. It could be the Tange knockout blow there. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, gets an arm up somehow though. I believe we call the Tange nickname that move the TTS. Tange to sleep. Miss Tarantula now on the outside of a few furious elbows, but what damage has been done to her face after it being driven into the Tange's knee like that? A vicious knee shot. She carries him now and oh, rams him on those new barricades. You can see they're much firmer made. The padding might be thicker on them, but those barricades don't have anywhere as much give as they did last year. As Miss Tarantula now back to the wood blocks, stomping on Tange's body and going after the arm here, wrenching the hand and the wrist, trying to really inflict the damage there, and double knees right into the back of Tange as well on the outside. She gets up now, picks Tange up and throws him back in the ring, and perhaps she's thinking to herself this might be time to put the Tange away. Tange back to his feet. Oh, goes and gets hold of her though and drops her nastily. And oh, nasty big clothesline to the back of the head and an elbow to the back there. Mr. Tarantula taking too long to get back in the ring here with Tange as he's beating the floor, and we've seen him do this before, ladies and gentlemen. Tange knockout blow! Goes for the cover! And that's enough to put the Tange away, or to put Miss Tarantula away. A good victory for the Tange.
Here is your winner.
Solid victory for him there. He'll be happy with that. It maybe looks like the Tange slump is over and he'll start to move his way back up those KW power rankings. It looked like Miss Tarantula was in control for most of that match, and Tange only got about 4 or 5 moves in, but he won't care. A victory is a victory. A solid one here for him, and a good way to start the second season of KEW Live. You can see the trimmer man looks a happier lad. He looks like he might be a dangerous athlete to come in the KEW if he continues the form and the streak that he's on currently. And this one, ladies and gentlemen, this could turn nasty quickly. We have the Spyclops taking on the Witch Mother. We, of course, this one dates back to when the Witch Mother was trying to take out Dude Jeans, and the Spyclops slid into the ring to protect him with the vicious chair attack incoming. Since then, the Witch Mother has been on the hunt for him.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from London, England, weighing in at 263 pounds.
The Spyclops has had much the upper hand in their rivalry so far, but this one feels a bit different, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, in their last match, the Coven managed to successfully put away both Dude Jeans and the Spyclops in a 3-on-2 tag match. And this time he does only have to deal with the Witch Mother herself, and she is a dangerous opponent though. And he will be furious that Dude Jeans, he'll feel, potentially let him down in his battle against evil. As there, the stadium's plunged into darkness as he bounces off the ropes and is ready to go. The mist filling the top of the KW's new arena, the big fist ready for the Coven's darkness. There you can see the ploughman in the background, ready and raring. Miss Kasuj fired up. She is looking menacing. She's looking like a woman motivated to gain revenge. She is relentless in her assault and her attempt to track down anybody who gets in her way. and do what she can to end their careers. The question is, though, ladies and gentlemen, will she be able to get the upper hand in this one? It's the ploughman, you can see, dancing his way around on the inside of the ring as the lighting turns red. The witch mother beats her chest and screams to the crowd as her dark messenger dances around her in the ring. The ploughman helpless to her powers. He crawls through her leg and the coven are officially unveiled to the faithful. And we'll have to see, ladies and gentlemen, if the additional help that Miss Kasuj will have on the outside will play any part in this one. I'm sure she won't care if the match gets thrown out early, as long as she does as maximum damage to her opponent as possible. She does, of course, have those vicious submission moves in her armoury where she'll look to damage and inflict maximum damage to the muscles and the joints of her opponents. You can see now Miss Tash is down there, isn't joined on the outside too, as Miss Kasuj comes flying out. The witch mother already jumping on the head of the ploughman, of the Spyclops, and flying around him. Big shoulder charge there. A few kicks to the guts, and now choking him in the corner. She looks immediately like a woman who's fired up and angry. Force in the KEW of darkness. She will know the Demon Hunter's reputation, and she will know he's a man. If you want to beat him, you have to go the distance, and already the vicious headbutts there have cut open the Spyclops, it looks like. Ramming the head now into the matting, trying to, like I said, do maximum damage that she can do. Bouncing off him now with the clothesline, though. He's a stronger man than that. He's a thicker opponent. Rams the witch mother into the corner. Furious shots now from the Spyclops. Now the big boot choking the witch mother over in the corner there. The referee, we can't see quite in frame at the moment. Maybe he's dealing with the ploughman and Miss Tash, who are creating some sort of havoc on the outside that we can't see. Now she rolls to the outside. He dives after her. Oh, over the top rope and clobbers her down. Shot to the arm there and to the back again. Springs back to her feet, though, up to a 2 count. The Spyclops back in control. Rams the head into the knee on the outside. And the witch mother now is feeling the full wrath and the force of the Spyclops. He's not being enjoyed of being cut open. Up to a 5 count as he scoops her up off the floor, spins around and slams her down. The power on display of the Spyclops as he climbs back up and into the ring now. Now you can see there's a turnbuckle at the top of the ring there that's missing padding. That must have been what Miss Tash was up to. Big shoulder charge from the witch mother as the Spyclops was taking too long there, and now he's being choked down to the floor by the witch mother, and the ref says get off him. You're not allowed to do that in this type of match. It's just a regular match. And now you can see the referee going to put the turnbuckle back on in the corner there as the witch mother goes after the leg and the knees, targeting that area of the Spyclops, perhaps trying to break the ankle of him there, wrenching on it as firmly as she could do. Back again, you can see there's a bat in the ring as well. That must have been thrown in by Miss Tash or the ploughman. Her Dark Envoy, she goes for the cover now on the Spyclops. 1. Just a 1 count, no. The Spyclops had enough left in the tank to get a shoulder up there. Miss Kasuj now squares up with him, whips into the ropes here. He ducks under. Miss Kasuj dives over as well and spins around. Big slam onto the floor. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker there, down onto the ground. Gets hold of the arm now, punishing her hand by stomping on the fingers there. She springs back to her feet swiftly, though. She knows that the darkness in her allows her not to feel as much pain as she headbutts him straight down to the ground, but he's straight back to his feet, though, ladies and gentlemen. Furious blows here from the Spyclops, showing the resilience of a man who's used to fighting demons, darkness, and any other type of Dark Envoy that's around in the world. Off the ropes she goes now, ducks under the clothesline. He goes off the ropes too, and oh, big clothesline there, sending the witch mother flying through the air. Goes for the cover now. 1. Just a 1 count there, though. Ladies and gentlemen, the witch mother with enough left in the tank to get a kick out of that one. He's screaming and complaining perhaps to the referee about the additional help from the outside. And now look at this, Miss Tash going up to the corner, getting involved there, jumps down out of the way as the Plowman. Oh, the Cyclops with the big elbow from the top ropes there. Miss Kazuji's quickly up though. The Witch Mother with a few furious blows now, gets hold of him. Oh, but he manages to battle his way out of it with a stern kick to the guts. Oh, went for the spear and she leaps over him. Good agility there from a lady of her age. The Witch Mother diving out of the way. Big headbutt to the Cyclops now. Goes for the cover on the matting as well. 1, 2. Just a 2 count there, ladies and gentlemen. I'd have thought it would have taken more than that headbutt. But mind you, he has already been split open, the Cyclops, so it wouldn't have surprised me if that had put him away as well. Big right fist there, and again from the Witch Mother, and the Cyclops now, you can see holding his head, rolling around on the floor, looks in serious pain. The Witch Mother now going after the legs, has the cloverleaf locked in. He's close to the ropes, the Cyclops. Can he reach them to get a rope break? No, powers his way out of it instead though, flipping the Witch Mother around. And that is maybe the Witch Mother's downfall. She can get the submissions locked in, but doesn't have the power to maintain them. Big punch there, sends the Witch Mother down to the ground, and now he's looking to scream into the crowd here in the corners. The Witch Mother down, might not know what day of the week it is, had her block punched off, and maybe it's the Plowman and what have you on the outside are creating a bit of a distraction for the Cyclops. Didn't look like he knew what to do with her there. Lets her get back to her feet now, whips her into the ropes and went for the spear. This time connects with it, and that might be enough to put the Witch Mother away. 1, 2, 3 it is, ladies and gentlemen. A swift defeat of the Witch Mother here with a vicious spear ripping her in half. A good match there, ladies and gentlemen. Another one up for the Cyclops. He's not ready to give in to the darkness just yet, as the Witch Mother will have to reconvene and regroup to see if she's able to muster enough damage in order to get over the Cyclops once and for all. Thank you for watching this week's KEW though, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you next week and next time around for more thrilling KEW action. And welcome back for our second inaugural season. We'll see how far we go, like I mentioned already, but it's been a cracking start to things, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.